Today, I'm gonna try making an Oreo cake. I've seen people make cakes out of Oreos before, and I really wanted to try making my own bigger version. Will it turn into an amazing Oreo cake, or an Oreo-flavored disaster? Well, let's find out together. For this cake, I bought 6 packets of Oreos with 14 Oreos in each packet. I didn't end up needing all of them, though I only used 4 packets for the actual cake. I also prepared a large oven-safe glass bowl to bake everything in. First, all of our Oreos go straight into the bowl. And now comes the fun part. It's time for the spoon of doom! I crushed and broke all of the Oreos into pieces, trying to get them as small as I possibly could. Doing this with only a spoon was definitely harder than I expected. So, we're gonna get a little help with the next ingredient, milk. I'm just using normal full cream milk, and for this cake I used 500 milliliters. I poured the milk over the crushed Oreos and let them soak for a little while. This makes the Oreos much softer, so instead of fighting them with the spoon of doom forever, I could easily break them down into a thick Oreo mixture. Next, we're adding some baking powder. I used 2 small spoonfuls and mixed everything together really well, making sure the baking powder was evenly mixed throughout the Oreo batter. Once everything was properly combined, our Oreo cake mixture was ready for the oven. I preheated my oven to 190 degrees Celsius. For my oven and the large glass bowl I used, the cake took about 40 minutes to bake. But yours may be a little faster or take a little longer. So, don't rely only on the timer. As it gets closer to being ready, check the cake every few minutes using a toothpick. Simply poke the toothpick into the middle of the cake and pull it back out. If wet cake mixture sticks to the toothpick, it still needs a little more time in the oven. Give it a few more minutes, then check it again. Once the toothpick comes out clean without wet cake batter sticking to it, your Oreo cake is ready. And success! Our Oreo cake is cooked through. But we're definitely not finished yet. Because now we're gonna make this thing ridiculously tasty. I bought 1 tin of sweetened condensed milk and 1 tin of caramel treat condensed milk. And I'm using the entire tin of each. First, I spread the caramel evenly across the top of the cake. Then I poured the sweetened condensed milk over the caramel. Yes, the whole tin. We're committed now. Next, I melted a slab of chocolate using hot water to gently melt it. And I poured that melted chocolate all over the top of the cake. I mixed the chocolate into the condensed milk topping, giving us this thick, creamy chocolate and caramel layer covering the entire cake. And there's still one more thing. I crushed up some mini chocolate chip cookies and sprinkled the pieces all over the top. I originally added these to help the condensed milk topping set, and this worked incredibly well. It also made the finished cake look and taste even better. So I definitely recommend adding the crushed cookies. Now our cake needs a little rest. Since the cake was still warm and the topping needed time to set, I put the whole thing into the fridge for 30 minutes. This also gave all the condensed milk, caramel, and chocolate some time to soak into the cake. And after 30 minutes, it's finally time to see what we made. And it's black! I genuinely wasn't expecting the inside to be this dark. But the important question is, how does it taste? And I cannot explain how good this cake turned out. The sponge was almost perfect. It was incredibly soft and juicy while still being firm enough to hold together like a proper cake. And somehow, despite everything we poured over it, it wasn't overwhelmingly sweet. But the strangest part was that everyone seemed to taste something different. To me, It almost had a raisin-like flavor. Someone else tasted mostly chocolate. Others tasted caramel. But there was one thing everyone agreed on. It was absolutely delicious. Every person who tried it said it was one of the best cakes they'd ever tasted. And I genuinely don't think I've ever made a cake that tasted this good before. So, if you've ever wondered whether you can turn a pile of Oreos, milk, condensed milk, caramel, and chocolate into an amazing cake, apparently, the answer is yes! This one is absolutely worth trying for yourself. And thus concludes the adventure of the Oreo cake and the spoon of doom.